6, 5,
5, 4,
3,
3-inch,
2,
2-inch,
1 inch.
1.
Happy new
Happy New
sandwich.
Year sandwich. Wow.
Wow.
2023-inch, Eric. This is it. A new year, a
Amazing.
new us.
I'm happy you immediately caught on that I was counting down from 6 inches.
Mm.
As soon as I say the number 6 or 12, you know what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about
6-inch,
PM.
6-inch.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Hi, it's been a long time now. Where have you been all these days? I haven't heard from you. The fans have been unfollowing us. Where are you?
Yeah. Turns out if we don't post, they start dropping like olives. I'm
Mhm.
on my White Lotus shit, Eric. I've been on holiday brain for the last like 2 weeks. I've been uh, in hiding in
Amazing.
basements around the province of British Columbia,
Hmm.
holing up with family. I've been drinking about 8 beers a day. I've been in I've been in the worst social shape of my life, but the best podcasting shape.
Wow. Well, okay, worst social shape could mean two different things. Like 8 beers gets you ready for anything,
Hmm.
whereas like not physically though. Like you're down
Right.
to talk and chop it up at anyone, but when it comes to looking your best and feeling your best, it's a no-go. And I'm happy to report I'm in the same condition.
Hmm. Yeah, no, every day I'm in worse physical shape than I was yesterday. What's new here is my social shape has deteriorated significantly because up until 6 beers, Ty is a really fun guy. But after six, everything I say and do is like very brand attracting.
One might say that you're letting your true self out after about 6 beers, Ty.
Yeah.
And beer 7 and 8 is like usually when you need to go home, like you identified that like checkpoint for yourself.
Hmm.
But that's, everyone else is like wide-eyed, ready to learn the real you.
Totally.
Um,
After the eighth beer, they all look at me and think like, "Oh, I get his Myers Briggs now."
yeah. You ever take a Myers-Briggs and be like, fuck, I don't want people to know about this.
Hmm. Yeah. Shred that document,
Yeah, hide
dude.
the Myers-Briggs at all costs.
I don't care about your Myers Briggs. I care about your sandwich order, which I think is like a truer testament of one's identity, who you are on the bread, and who you are after an online BuzzFeed quiz. Lame.
Yeah, you're right. Myers-Briggs does kind of sound like a cheese manufacturer, so it does make sense that, a sandwich would actually tell a better story than any online quiz. Um, Personally, for me, Ty, I'm looking to go as long as possible without ordering a Subway sandwich this year. That is my New Year's
Mm.
resolution. Um, would mean you get in the booth IRL. It's going to be a toss up.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, I've been holding strong. I've been holding the line, Ty.
You're holding the line. Well, temptation might succumb you, Eric, when after 30 minutes of you and I talking about light mayo and salami.
Wow.
Well,
I mean,
I do hope we go to Subway this year, Eric. I sincerely do.
thank you. Thanks for immediately marginalizing my New Year's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Speaking of which, though, have you thought about what you want to do this year in terms of PPP, professional, pod, and personal, or is it going to be just you're going to wing it again?
uh, well, Eric, do you want a
And I mean
goofy podcast?
cauliflower wing.
Yeah, obviously, but you can still get that like honey garlic rub going.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
do you want a podcasting silly goose answer, or do you want a serious revelation about my life?
Holy shit. Well, I don't know if I'm ready for the latter, so let's make it a funny answer.
Okay. In
Great, great,
2023, my
great
plan.
time buying technique though.
Thank you. Um, in 2023, my plan is to try to like maintain my hygiene better. It can always
Oh
be better.
shit. It can always be better, and we are already hygiene warlords on this podcast, Ty,
Mhm.
because we got the we got the medicine cabinet that your Women Crush Wednesday would dream of.
Mhm. Oh yeah, no, I am deeply invested in a lot of hygienic inventory, and one might even describe my hygiene as feminine.
The ultimate compliment, actually, or maybe Pharrell like, you know, you're
Mhm.
aging backwards, Ty, and it's showing, you know.
Damn, yeah, get me some of Pharrell's face cream. But I think I just want to like step it up a notch. I want to like you have a very good haircut regimen, and I would like to uh, adopt that. That program on Eric's iCal is very consistent.
And that's actually the best iteration I've made last year about my haircut program. Is I actually took it off of iCal, and it's now a spur of the moment thing, which is really fun. I no longer have to
Mm.
book my haircut in advance and then remember what time I need to go. All I have to do is like think about what important engagements I have throughout the week and then plan a haircut maybe the day before or even like that evening. I'll just be like, hey, babe, can you hop in the tub with me? Like, but not in the fun way, just, the haircut way.
Eric, I love that you're talking about your haircut routine, and I want to hear more about your haircut routine. I'm sure the Breadheads do too, but I really want to make sure we have time on this podcast so I can tell you about my serious New Year's resolution.
Sounds great, Ty. We definitely did not just drop the call. We are resuming smoothly. Go ahead.
Thank you. I want to be more decisive this year, Eric. I want to make decisions faster, and I want to make them
Wow.
way.
You're asking a lot of yourself, Ty. That sounds very difficult. Do you think you are capable of immediately knowing the right thing?
Well, you have to trust your instincts. And I like to think that I have the instincts of a predatory savanna animal.
Oh,
So
shit.
I'm not too worried about it. I just need to get in touch with the enemy, you see? And
Mm,
Subway is the perfect safari for practicing this muscle of decision making because
mm,
floundering. I'm floundering around like a fish out of water when I'm in that lineup. I'm like
mhm.
green peppers. And I'm tired of
Amazing.
that. I'm tired of that being my identity. So I'm going to step it up. I'm not going to just do it now.
Mm, I like that. You're right, Ty. I mean, we live, or we don't live, we work in a very collaborative workplace,
Two
and
two hosts.
two hosts, and there's always a lot of like, collaboration and like whittling, just like hammering away at an idea until it becomes like a gooey, like tuna fishy pulp, and then like
Mm-hmm.
that's the end product. But like,
Mm-hmm.
have you ever thought like maybe if we don't hammer this fish to death, the actual fish itself will be more appealing?
Yeah. Like, what would you rather have, Eric? A beautifully like halibut or salmon at like a nice restaurant with like maybe a little bit of sprinkling of fresh dill on top, or would
Mhm.
you have a tuna melt at the old way, where it's actually the fish to mayo fish ratio is like 10 to 90.
10 to 90 is absolutely correct. Um, you know my answer already, Ty. I think like there's something about like the first idea always being the most human. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Anytime you like try to like iterate on anything, you immediately like destroy it by adding in like rational thinking,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't want that. We want, you know, human made. That fucking brand.
Yeah, definitely not. That's funny. Yeah, I think the challenge here, Eric, is the iteration itself. Think about it this way. You think there is like 8 billion people on this earth, and I guarantee someone else who's smarter and more talented than you has tried to make
Can't.
it better already and failed, or they made
Mhm.
it better and that's the iteration you're working with. So, like, what are the odds that me, a podcasting host with next to no skills, is going to like improve on any? Probably zil. So why am I trying? Why am I wasting my time? Every time I iterate on something, it's going to only be worse.
Mhm. Yeah, I think we should approach both design and podcasting. I mean, we've already done a really good job of this in podcasting, but I think we should approach things with a yes and mindset. So rather
Mm,
than like,
mm-hmm,
you know, trying to wag our dicks,
mm-hmm.
just instead, you know, bigging up other people. And I think that's kind of nice. You know what I mean? It's like, you bring me an idea to me, I'm going to say yes, no matter what it is. And then I expect that same energy when I present my idea.
And we build each other up and we make each other happy. I love this, Eric. 2023 is the year of positivity. So when I order something weird on the menu, my sandwich artist says yes and I get to pick another thing, and vice versa. Cheese and toasted, I'm gonna say
Wow.
yes and.
Yes, and you know what, Ty? Subway might be the most sandwich positive place I've ever been. Like, they're so good at just like agreeing and saying like, you know
Yeah.
what, good order, sir. Like, you ever buy a
Mm-hmm.
suit at Moore's? Like, Moore's is kind of like the Subway of suits. They always say
Really
yes
is.
and they always say, oh, good choice. You
Yeah,
ever
I'm always
notice
like,
that?
can more space in the groin, please? And they're like, yes, sir, good choice.
Like, yeah, I would like the pinstripe lining. They're like, ah, of course, good choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can you add 4 stripes to my left leg band?
Hmm. I would love I want the Balenciaga Adidas collab, happening all the way down my Moore suit actually. That'd be great.
Yeah, the trifecta of brands.
Hmm.
Okay, so positivity is in, Eric, at Subway for 2023. Let's talk about what else is at Subway this year.
Well, Subway as a whole is out, unfortunately. Um,
A bit of a
I'm
bummer, hey?
just I'm just waiting for the next scandal, to be honest. I'm kind of actually wanting to distance myself from Subway because I just have a feeling that there's going to be a huge scandal soon. I think the CEO is going to be like, you know, putting warm guacamole on his dick or something.
Yeah, or putting his breadsticks in kids or something. But you were absolutely right. Subway's gone like I bet you at HQ they have like one of those like it's been 17 days since last scandal. And I bet they're kind of approaching like 9 or 10 months now, which means there's something really big that they're suppressing. Like just like when they flatten the meatball on your sandwich, that's what they're trying to do to all of these controversies.
Hmm.
Suppressing, but it must be a nice juicy tomato slice.
Hmm. Exactly. It's much, yeah, the plastic lid on the tomato slices is the way they're hiding what's under there. They can't let you
Mm-hmm.
see it.
Okay,
Yeah, it's only a
I
matter
think
of time.
I agree that Subway as a whole is out. But if you happen to be in Subway, either accident or on purpose, I think
Under duress.
we, yeah, against your will, Subway, like, dude, we're going through a period of what the experts call hyperinflation. And
Hmm.
because of that, I think the classic menu is in for 2023. It's it doesn't have weird names like the Supreme or the Goddess, and it's a more of I usually mind of like go signature and get your money up, but not this year. This year, I think the classic menu is back in, and we should get rid of all these frills and ornament. No one wants an ornamental sandwich.
Hmm. Yeah, that's right. I only want an Oriental sandwich. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Yeah,
to be
like a
going back to the sweet onion chicken teriyaki.
yeah. It really is the banh mi of Subway.
Yeah, dude. I think you're onto something, Ty, because the signature menu is once again luxury trying to like force like common people to spend above their means and eat above their, literal limit. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about that in 2023. 2023 is all about, spending smart and eating less
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day.
Classic 6 inch baby.
Exactly. I'm going 6 inch veggie with you. And honestly, if
Hell
you think
yeah.
about it, that's all you need. Like you don't need anything more than that.
Bread and sauce anyways. And this is the other thing that I think's in for 2023, Eric, and this might be controversial, but I think the 6 inch is back. We have been footlong stan for so long on this podcast, but I'm gonna drop a revelation or a secret for you. I think it's too much.
Oh my
And
God, dude, who are you?
okay, maybe it's not too much food, but in 2023, I think all about just like treat yourself a snack, just a little nibble. Times are tough.
Hmm.
Everyone's
Hmm.
got to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. You deserve just a little treat
Hmm.
once in a while, and the 6 inch
Hmm.
satisfies in a way that no other treat can.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm 100% about it. It's less food in your stomach. It's less like time in hand,
Hmm.
and that's what contributes to the stench. Um,
Totally.
and all these things will make you better at work. You know what I mean? More people will want to talk to
Hmm.
you. You'll have energy to complete your job, hit your
Hmm.
KPIs. If you shake someone's hand, your hand's not going to stick to theirs.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of benefits there. Plus the weight
Totally.
loss, I think will be really nice, just being a calorie
January is all
deficit.
about weight loss. Yeah.
Yeah,
Deficit. We got a deficit everywhere. You're
yeah.
so right, Eric. I might the caloric energy that you can gain from microdosing footlong or like microdosing Subway sandwiches is like
Hmm.
I can't even fathom that. But like less
Hmm.
time that you spend with sandwich in hand means more time you can then spend other things. So you're actually more like you got the energy and now you have
Hmm.
the free hands to do whatever like passion you need to, or like maybe you
Hmm.
as a Subway patron you need to like fix something in the wheel well or lay pipe
Hmm.
or
Lay some piping.
hammer some scaffolding.
Yeah, exactly. Saw away at
Hmm.
a frame.
Hmm. Yeah. Frame a building.
Yeah, I like this, Ty. I like this. Are we still one meal a day hive, or are we, are we having the 6 inch? Are we still ordering the full one and then just splitting it throughout the day, or is it one sandwich per day?
I think we need to throw the whole 3 meals a day concept out the window in 2023, Eric. That's boomer thinking. I think we eliminate all meals and we only microdose food
Hmm.
all the time.
I threw out the whole 3 meal a day bullshit when I was born, Ty. I've never had breakfast before. Can you believe that?
I cannot believe that. You haven't had a single breakfast?
I've
Come to
never
think
had
of it, I've
breakfast.
never seen you eat breakfast.
Yeah, it's a goddamn fact. Like we've worked together many a days, and I've never once eaten anything before 11 a.m.
Mm. You'll like
That
you'll
is
like just
unless I have
drink.
to. That is unless I have to catch like a 6 a.m. flight, and then I'm having
Hmm.
lunch at like 9.
Hmm. Hmm. That's the exception. It's true. You only ever have like an Americano for breakfast, and then for lunch you'll have like the most insane meal. You'll have in a roast beef sandwich.
Hmm. Dude, that's what's up, man. That's called being responsible. Like you save up that or that breakfast money, and then for lunch you get like the truffle mac and cheese at Elisa.
Hmm. Totally. Wow. Okay, I got one more for you
Beautiful.
that I just thought of for 2023. I think
Let's hear it.
horizontal sandwiches are out and vertical sandwiches are in. I was watching Bobby Flay on TV and he made a vertical sandwich and he won the competition.
Ooh.
And then I'm noticing on my all the like nice restaurants I'm following are doing some take on like the vertical sandwich, meaning this
Mm.
like some sort of holster that allows it to stand tall. Well, like crooked like the like a tower in Pisa. Stuff all of the meat and vegetables down in through the top of the bread. Have you seen this before? And then it kind of looks like a little like it like looks like this erect sandwich with just like marinara sauce coming out of it.
Holy shit.
So I have a friend here, Eric, of the erect vertical footlong.
Wow. At first, I was thinking about like some cursed imagery that we may or may not have posted in the past,
Hmm.
and I was really hoping that it would come around, and you did. The fact that Bob Flay has innovated on this concept, like I think there's something there, and I like this, small innovation in sandwich eating. My
Hmm.
other like guess here was gonna be like creating a sandwich, but then like cutting it into many sections and then stacking the sections. You know what I mean? So it's like
Shish
not one
kebab
piece,
style.
shish kebab style, exactly. If you order a BMT or a BLT at a nice high-end restaurant, they might do that for you by default.
Hmm. It could be a mix of both. We'll call it shish kebabby flay.
I love that. Um, Amazing. So, Ty, speaking of erect sandwiches with marinara sauce coming out, did you catch any fireworks this weekend?
Wow, I was like, where's he going with this? Um, I did. I reckless neighbors lighting them nearby around
Amazing.
midnight on New Year's. How about you? Did
Around
you light some
midnight.
fireworks? You're a little firecracker. Did you get into the explosives?
That's right. I love my New Year's the same way I love my sandwiches, hot and spicy. Um,
Hmm.
no, Ty, I don't do any of that, but you did
Ex-
miss out. You did miss
explosive
out
going
on
out. Sorry, I had to say that.
Oh man, I thought you might have laughed at something I said. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. Well, you missed out on someone in Vancouver lighting an entire like case of fireworks in their apartment. That was really fun to see. Just their entire like
Mm.
apartment just lit up in the middle of their building. Um, but no, outside of that, I spent it actually in boring suburbia, and let me tell you, Ty, not much was open past 9 o'clock on a Saturday
Damn.
night, which is also New Year's Eve.
The most important Saturday.
Exactly. The most important day to drink relentlessly, and it didn't happen.
Wow. Okay. Tell me more.
You good? You just kick someone out of your studio or something?
I just received a phone call, which the his voice is way louder and deeper than yours, so it was really hard to hear what you were saying over them. Then
Oh.
gender Siri, right?
Unless you like choose the British guy setting, and then you can safely call it a man.
A bloke.
But good on you, Ty. Good on you, Ty, for referring to it as a they, he. Um,
Anyway, so you
um,
were in the suburbs and there was nothing open. You
Nothing, dude.
did you have a dog or a stroller with?
No, but I saw literally on my way, I walked to the nearest bar that was open. And in that 5-minute walk, I saw a lady running, jogging outside with a reflective vest, pushing a stroller and pulling a dog at the same time.
Yeah.
I kid you not. This is like 11:30 or something. I'm like, dude, it's fucking New Year's in like 30 minutes and you're wasting your time doing this shit. What the fuck? I felt
Wow.
like I was like, wow, this if this doesn't sum up the neighborhood I live in, I don't know what does, Ty.
Dude, I like it when everyone has the same idea. And like my idea is like get plastered and funny things. That's a good New Year's to me.
Yeah. That's what everyone's idea should be. Like, it's the one day of the year where we can all agree, unless you celebrate some kind of lunar bullshit, that it's the
Hmm.
new year.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying, Ty? It's the new year, and that crosses religion. It
Yep.
doesn't cross time zone, but at least it
Mm-hmm.
does within a few hours.
Yeah, unless you're a Mayan denier, you should be out on the streets celebrating.
Exactly. Bars should be open. Like even bars that are scheduled via Google Maps to be open were closed on New Year's Eve, Ty, just to give you more of a lay of the land here.
That's wild. I hate when that happens because the bar owner thinks like, oh, not only are we gonna like ruin our own New Year's by like a cool establishment closed that we could be in, they're like, we're gonna ruin
Mhm.
yours too because you're gonna waste your time coming to it.
You're 100% right. It's like you see the Google Maps time and it's like, oh, open till 11. Like, oh, okay, great. They might, stretch that to 12 and, have people come in for New Year's. Nope, fully
Nope.
shut down the entire day. Are you fucking kidding me?
Damn. Wild.
Yeah, and this is a bar first business that I'm gonna call out here. Yellow Dog, I'll just say it.
Wow. Yeah. On this podcast. The same
Yeah,
thing
that's
here
right.
for me, Eric. Dude, I went for a New Year's Day walk. Like I was hard pressed to find a third way in the small town that I'm in right now. But I thought just try. So I went for a New Year's walk down the main street, checked it. Like the only business open was a pub, and I was just
At
like,
least you had
I
that.
guess yeah. So then I like went home and like aero bench pressing.
Oh fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit, Ty. And that you raise a good point as well, because New Year's Day, why should the party stop? I think New Year's should be rebranded to be a 2 night activation. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
like
Most
Halloween.
cultures it is. Exactly. Halloween is always the entire weekend. And
Mm-hmm.
why isn't New Year's the same thing? I guess it's because kids manage Halloween. And New Year's is often like business owners who manage it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's capitalism has ruined New Year's.
Yeah, exactly. Bullshit, dude.
Damn. Well, maybe next year, Eric. Maybe next year will be better.
Maybe
So
next
listeners are
year.
taking notes. Uh,
Hmm.
aspiring business owners and current. Uh, you're not going to call them a business owner because they're. But uh, I hope that
Yeah,
they're
dude.
listening. I hope they learn their ways.
If your business isn't open, technically you failed at being a restaurateur or a bar owner, right? Like you're like the bare minimum requirement for you to own a restaurant or a bar is for the bar to be open,
Mm-hmm.
and you
So
didn't even do that.
do you think all these restaurateurs like change their LinkedIn status for one night, or do you think owner of X establishment?
Mm. They definitely kept that shit. You already know when you get fired from a place, you keep it until you get a new job, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not changing LinkedIn until I secure the next position.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the name of the game, Ty. Fake it till you make it. But I am
Oh,
happy to report that I did have a good New Year's regardless, including New Year's Day. I went for a nice meal activation at Carlino restaurant. Do you
hmm.
know the one?
Is that an Italian joint?
Oh, it's an Italian doing all right. Inside Asian Fusion Hotel, Shangri-La.
Oh yeah. So that place has gone through a few rebrands, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember what it was before?
It started with an
Because it
M. It
actually
was
was
like
Asian Fusion.
yeah. It started with an M. It was like I want to say Monsanto.
Monsanto is taken. Yeah, and Montpito is a shithole, so it's not that. Um, yeah, you're right, Ty. It was something with an M, and it was like a Chinese Italian, and
Mm-hmm.
they switched it out. They deported the Chinese and said, "We're just gonna go with just
Straight
Italian."
Italian.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Stick to
Damn.
what you're good at, I guess. But yeah, it was really nice, Ty. I had raw meat. Actually, not raw
Mm.
meat. I had rare meat, I should say. I've been eating a lot of rare
Mm.
beef all holiday season.
Mm-hmm. It's like raw meat, barbaric, gross, rare meat. Like, ooh,
Hmm.
fancy, expensive.
Yeah, cooked
Good
slightly,
taste.
expensive. That like valley, that uncanny valley there between raw and
Mm-hmm.
rare is really deep.
That's weird, actually.
Yeah, I mean it's not weird for me. I know what I like. You know what I'm saying? It was really good. I
What
had
are you
a
saying?
little Florentine steak action.
Whew,
Yeah, $200
that's,
for a
dude,
steak.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
But when you get in that bistecca fiorentina cut, you are getting it's no 4 ounces of wagyu. It is a pretty premium. It's no steak
Hmm.
and cheese. Let's just say.
Yeah, it's the Florentina and Pecorino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude,
Mm.
it was fantastic. And one thing I also want to say is the bar there, whoever makes the ice, I think I know who makes the ice. I have a feeling the person who crafts ice there is
Is it our
someone
ice guy?
special. I think it's our ice guy.
Damn. Eric and I have been following the ice program of like a particular manufacturer in Vancouver for a few years now. We're really interested in his work. The cut,
Hmm.
clarity, and crystal of these cubes, unprecedented in the ice
Hmm.
market. All the best
Hmm.
bars have these cubes. So I'm glad to hear
Hmm.
that. They are drumming up.
Hmm. Absolutely. Um, I was hard pressed, Ty, in the moment when someone asked me like, "Why is this ice better?" Like, obviously it's beautiful, but like, why is it better? And I was like trying to figure it out, and I learned that this ice, it's so pure and still that it actually melts slower, and that means you can enjoy your drink longer. How beautiful is
Wow.
that?
I didn't realize there's a usability component
Yeah.
aesthetics. And I was basing it the same way that you would base the rankings of a nice crystal, like a well cut.
Exactly. These gems, Ty, are perfectly cut and they melt slowly. And I gotta say, it's hard to like. I ordered like several drinks. My first one was a Negroni. It had the perfect cube, ice
Mm-hmm.
cube. Like we've gone astray from what a cube is. We just think ice cubes are just any shape. No, no, no. This is an ice cube, perfectly
Mm-hmm.
cut cube. Um, and I was blown away. actually told the waitress, I was like, "Can you let the bar manager know that these ice cubes are perfect?" um, and she said, "Oh, I will." And after that time, I ordered a. Well, actually, it was after dinner. I had a nice little amaro on the rocks,
Mm-hmm.
and huge mistake ice wise. Drink itself was fantastic. Ice program was just the sloppy seconds. It was like the classic menu.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're not using the same key. Kind of ice was it?
No, I think their classic menu drinks are using this like normal like automatic refrigerator ice.
Mm.
Something like that. Like it's still
They
good.
went
It's like totally fine.
they
You
went
know,
up
they're
two
not
floors in the
wasting.
Shangri-La and got some out of the.
No, exactly. They went to the lobby and were like, "Hey, you got any ice?" Which is fine, whatever. But yeah, dude, that one cube, I'm still thinking about it. It had a stamp in
Oh
it.
man. Oh yeah, that's the new thing, right? Like branding your cubes. That I got a
Mm.
polo lounge at the Beverly Hills Hotel a while back, and I thought like
Oh
this is interesting. And ever since then,
yeah.
I've seen quite a few like I think it's like I bet you big branding like has pivoted because of vegetarianism. They're like no one wants to cattle anymore. What do we do with all this equipment?
Wow. I didn't even think about that. Like they probably use the same brand that was in a cow's ass to brand
Mm-hmm.
it. That was an awesome time in our history. Like like we didn't care a single shit about like treating animals well. So we literally fucking burned our logo in them. Is that crazy? That's
Yeah,
absolutely crazy, Ty.
yeah. All of humankind is destined for hell.
Yeah, dude. Like that's unbelievable. But I don't know. I guess we learned. We've learned since then.
Mm-hmm. Progress, not perfection, right?
Exactly. Done is better than perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Well done is what I'm trying to say.
Well done. Wow.
Wow.
Well, Eric, it's been a pleasure podcasting with you. I think I'm excited for this year. I'm excited to see what 2023 brings. I'm excited to eat Subway with you when you are ready.
It'd be really funny if this was our last episode. Can you imagine? It's like, I'm really excited for this year. I love talking to you. Never again.
Yeah,
Hey, I wouldn't put it out of
ghosted.
the realm of possibility, Ty. You've been putting me
Nope.
on red quite a lot recently.
Always never let him know your next move, right?
Yeah, exactly. Especially your partner.
Yeah. Don't let him get too close.
Are you having a podcast affair on me, Ty? Be honest.
Wow, I wish I was. That'd be so cool if I had two ventures like this. Um, no, you never want to be a good friend. You never want to be so attached to anything that you can't walk away from it in 30 minutes. In more than
Wow.
30 minutes.
Wow. I mean, it's been impossible to get you to move out of that city you live in. So
Mm,
I don't know. Are you attached to that place, Ty?
no, I'm not attached to anything, Eric.
Amazing. Well, glad to know where we stand.
What did someone say to me the other day? They're like, "Yeah, I'm a single guy. No other guys attached."
Okay, great. Hmm. Well, we didn't even get into our Andrew Tate topic, but that's okay.
Shit. I think that's gonna take a 3-part session next week.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about this in a couple days.
Hmm.
King, it's been a pleasure. Um, I will see you soon, hopefully.
To the breadhead, this is your year. If not, next year, I'm sure. And to you, Eric, talk to you soon.
Also, fuck Anchor.
Oh, yeah.